Well, welcome back to King Midas Supercard, of course. On the agenda today, we've got a little bit of a Boom guide, helping regarding the game modes regarding Boom, and how to do it, set your deck up, and everything like that. And we've also got, that's just happened, the community milestone, and also got some PvP rewards, some RDPs. So yeah, we are going to be decent. This random person got top rocker, as well as a couple other people. Of course, as mentioned earlier, in the previous video, getting 25,000 credits, 50,000 super coins, 15 RD red to drop picks, and this one everyone gets. So you get a bonus chance at 40 of the cards, the legacy ones, which is Mega Collection, extremely rare. I've not seen anyone pull it. And in this one, you get 10 Mega Collection Superstars and 10 just random people. 100 credits, 3 red drop picks, and 1500 XP. So let's claim this pack. Alright, some sums first. So we're looking for some sum 18, 21, and Season 2. None of these. Ronda Rousey, even though she shouldn't be in the game. This Drew McIntyre can just disappear. Quite frankly, if you saw the previous video, you understand why. So we're going lights out. John Cena, which I don't need. Alright, yeah. Surprise, surprise, we got nothing. 2 Xavier Woods is brutal. Yep, of course, got nothing. Can't say I'm surprised we need only 3 in the last, so we're going to take forever. Subscribe to draft picks, Bianca, Solo, and a pump it up, which will all be dusted. I've got way too many cards, which is fine. It's just going to be a case of dusting, so we'll do the dusting first before we get into it. But let's do the SummerSlam Rocks guitar real quick, as we've got 14 minutes from when this is done at story set. Well, 40 minutes till the free packs. So it's good doing these school packs. For this one, just try and get more of them, so it's close to being able to get another one. And that, yeah, of course, gonna not probably get nothing out of these. Pretty surprised if I get a Dom or Eddie. I've not pulled one in a fair few days. Got +1 play. The plays now, for me anyway, don't mean anything, because I've hit max. You need 50 plays in total to get to the gold section, which is the best section, maxed out section. And the rewards, definitely on the best. But again, didn't want to make them too overpowered, I guess. But apparently, people said there was an exploit regarding these school packs and like the start of the event, so people were just paying to win and getting a lot of stuff. Because we had a similar issue in like Unhinged, the start of it, especially the start. Oof, it's brutal. It was. Hence why it's one of the worst tiers of all time. Simply because the start of the tier was terrible, and the aftermath wasn't much better. Like, all the free stuff was nice. Like, it's one thing I want Karae to focus more on is the free to play side of it. I understand that it's a business, but season 8 and 9 had some fair free to play elements. Even to be fair, season 10, as weird of a season that was, of being both really good and really bad at the same time. You know, you had your Street Fighter and your Dungeons drop kicks, but in this season, there's just not been a lot of help, really. Like, the only times they've seemingly gone free to play is when they've really messed up and when they've stressed, basically. So I like to call it, or as I say sometimes in Discord, bricking it. So when they brick it, like, there's nothing to it, basically. In the sense of, if they mess up, then they have to really feed us a lot of free stuff, try and make us happy, but whether it'll work, I don't know. for this one, I'm just going to go for music notes, which contains the 3 superstars, plus the obvious chance. There's 2 of them. This one's a lot of luck, some levels of timing. Okay, I got the rock on side, which is fine. If you see +1 on that, by the way, you've got Dom or Eddie or the foil, who is Rey Mysterio for that pack. And that one, of course, will just be 3 cards. So yeah, that's enough of Sub-Sam Rocks. Now the boom guide. So people can sometimes, I know one few people have gotten confused with how the win system works. So it used to be in a row, now it's not. So now if you get, let's say, 11 wins, you lose your 12th match, you go back to 10 wins. There you go, wait, do it next about, basically, to recover. So my boom is nothing special, to be honest. You got the WrestleMania 41s to SummerSlams, only 2 of them though. Don't need any of the SummerSlam cards. My land pack, honestly, is better. Probably get more chance. And this is basically half of my 12 pack, so it's definitely not good. But anyway, that's just how the win system works. Quite easy, quite straightforward to understand. Now, excuse these unclaimed mods, they are awful. Of course, I should say, I don't really play much Boom, but I'm just going to do what I notice. So, firstly, a system with your deck is pay attention to these special cards and stuff. So, each area has one area effect. So, for example, with these boosts, you got, let's say, Jade Cargill and Gunther, minus 175% to enemy cards, so they will do a lot more damage as your normal cards, basically, that would do without a boost. But this is where you're going to want to do a lot, basically, is in these. Your post player, especially if you're going for Becky. If you're not going for Becky, you can skip this little bit, but post player can really help, as well as balancing with some of these enemy cards. A lot of people who play Boom, I know, just stay on these recommended cards. So currently, if you want the most score for the player, only player, so won't benefit the opposition, you want either Seth or Maxine. For player 75, you need Nikki Cross or Penta of any thing. So it could be the WrestleMania 41 Penta, the Duel, if you wanted to. Uncle Howdy and Stephanie Vaca will give you plus 50%. And then you got all these ores. Now, I wouldn't recommend using ores. I know I've got I do have Rusev in my deck currently. This is my deck, if you want. And as you can see, very clear that I should actually take Rusev out, because he can hurt my deck a lot, significantly. Let's go with, I'm pretty sure I have, there's a JC Mateo there, which can help. Just pick, do I not have like a Penta? Don't think I've got a Penta. I'll do a Penta. But yeah, as you can see, a lot of the like plus to power, plus to person. But yeah, I should take Rusev out realistically. Put someone like Grayson or Austin Theory in there. But yeah, I would try to avoid these negatives. I just autofill, because I'm not going for high scores, me personally. But if you are, do take him out, because he is not required at all. For this, I'm just going to put in, put John Cena in, give him a couple games. Now, this is where your area of effect matters, so depending on what you want. So as you can see, my British Bulldog, my 153 British Bulldog, I'll be doing a video on campaign, on tips, a bit later on. Not tonight, not today, but they'll be released a little bit in the future. It'll be my next video, actually. So yeah, this British Bulldog is only plus 274, which actually will not help. So I'm just going to put a random Jimmy Uso in. I'll swap him. I tend to go for the support cards to be ones going backwards. Or the ones that you can sort of link together. So let's take this warrior out, put Bulldog in. And then we can put in warrior actually could work quite well. Plus 803. But first we just need to adjust the cards, which from Lights Out, just know Lights Out is useless for anything Legacy SummerSlam because you will not get any from it unless it's Drew. If it is not Drew, do not bother. Yeah, so it's just all them cards that are going. Just gonna do a quick pack. It'll just be found 250. Cat Daddy, please raise this to like 300, 350 maybe. Because 2,500 for some dust is very steep. So that's confirmed. So going into Boom, let's get into the gameplay side of it. So, now, the further you get into it, the more difficult the games will be. So for me, I tend to try to get the middle slots, and then whenever they use their three going downwards, that's when I would use my three. So, for this, I'm just going to put Chris Sabin in there. Okay. And now, because of boost, I'm going to give, and here we go. So, yep. And now I'm just going to block him off completely, so he can't move anymore. That's what happens. So they'll say they surrender, and then they can't move. So just keep aware of that. Now, you can still go on, as I'm doing, as you can see, with these. So, for example, I am still destroying certain cards, trying to get more points. Again, if you're point farming or you're trying to go for a lot of points, this is what you do. You keep it going. Keep playing it, because you're just going to be needing points. Now, I could take the Seth Rollins out, which I would do in this sort of scenario. Actually, it does make a lot of sense to do it. I'll put John Cena in there. But gonna put that in. Again, remember, I'm not point farming. You could have put Cena in there and got some extra points. You would have got extra points. I would have got about 15k for that. 15 draft picks. Might have to do some picks. Not sure though. No, 39. We're fine. So yeah, here we go. +1 win. And now that pack that you've just seen, I can't claim again until it resets. So next is 100 super coins. Again, easy AI. I'll just try and do these matches fairly quickly just because of time. About 30 minutes in anyway. So as you can see again, they've just destroyed one of their cards. Now I'm gonna force them to play on the sides here. And then, there you go. That will completely block them off from moving. So say they surrender. And again, just to show. So I'm going to put Bulldog there. I'm going to put the Dom there. Put Batista in this little area. Now, as you can see, again, I'm just trying to increase points. Basically. That's all I'm doing is increasing points. Now, for something like this, Ivar here, you want to put him in the middle. Most points. It benefit all the cards around him. Chris Sabin's, in this case, is also the same issue where you should try and put him in the middle and get benefit to both sides of the cards. Oh, okay. So, as you can see here, I have just packed myself one of the Boom cards, which is Alexa. I've already got her. But, yeah, I've got a Boom card that's actually quite rare. So, I'll say that. It's not a new card, it's not a new start for me at all, it's already pro'd. But yeah, it's still very good. Apologies if you can hear a fly, by the way, it's a random fly in my room. Buzzing around like it's nothing. Now, this is where the AI gets a little bit harder now, so you have to think about it a little bit. Now, this is the type of thing you should be careful for. It's starting straight away, going very heavy, as what I'd like to say. Yeah. Now, I'm going to, I could destroy both their cuts, which in this case I'm going to do, because it'll block them off. And put Tamatonka there, and there we go. Nice and easy. And you get the point of this. Quite easy, as you can see. I'm gonna put the Cena there, and put the Crusader in the middle. There you go. Dom's gonna go there, and then Ivar's gonna go to the top, in the middle, where Jacob was. As you can see, there we go. Be quite a lot of points. Now, I'm not using quads or anything like that, because it's not worth it, in my opinion. If you're going for Becky, or if you are going for Becky, then, you know, go for it. There's Roman. If you're going for it, then yeah. If you want to go for quads, I wouldn't, but it's completely up to you. Of course, it'll get you to Becky quicker, and you have till end of the tier. Well, I say end of the tier, should be easy to get next tier, but it won't be as useful. I know people have said Becky is extremely useful in campaign. Mainly because for WrestleMania t-shirt, which everyone got free. See, now this corner, again, just going to try to eliminate some options. Now, I'm not going to get rid of that Umaga yet. Okay, that is fine. Just put Bulldog there. Maybe you have tried. There we go. There's the mistake the AI's made. So, very simply, I'm just going to accept the thing just to save time. So we are at 17 minutes. But yeah, that is basically the boom guide. We'll play this last match. Try and do it quickly. So again, trying to get into that middle. Now this is where it gets a bit awkward. So I'm now going to put on sides. Okay, and they've put it there. So now I can now choose to either stand by or try to be aggressive. I'm going to stand by. Now I'm going to play aggressive. There we go. And as you can see there, that is completely cut off. Now because they've just basically been screwed. And again, just trying to fill the cards out. Very easy. Again, it is, if you're going for the Becky, then I do highly recommend you fill in every single card if you can. I've just made a huge blunder. I meant to use Batista there. That is my bad. But as you can see, it's 13,000, which is, it's alright. I know, bear in mind, I'm not using any of the featured people. That was in my tip earlier. Again, I'm not going for Becky before I get hate or anything like that. Got me, you know, contradict myself, not using me on tips and stuff. I know people would probably say that. But again, like I said, I'm not going for Becky. I'm doing it as a side thing. Most of the time, I'm actually forgetting about Boom. But these are your Boom cards. So this is the Becky, which is a fake card. A WrestleMania t-shirt. She benefits from big time. Helpful, definitely in level 84. I'll go into that in the next video. Braun Breaker is this one. Great card. again, well, was a great card. It's available easier now. As you can see, I'm on the second Brawn, and I've already got the first one just for the image. And then you've got Ethan Page, which is pointless now, and you got Alex Bliss, which is also pointless. So yeah, that is a boom guide. For everyone next will be a little some campaign tips, and I'll also be doing my version of doing level 84 in campaign. So hopefully you enjoyed that, and yeah, goodbye.